The first season of Claim to Fame came to an end tonight, and I think it probably played out pretty close to how most of us wanted it to. We ended up with, I think, the most deserving final two, and probably the most deserving winner. Let's just get right into the spoilers and right off the top say, congratulations, LC. I think it's a very well-deserved win for LC. I would have also been happy with Logan winning. Outside of that, I just don't feel like anyone else did as much in the game as those two. So when it came down to them as the final two, I was very happy. I will definitely be tuning in for season 2 because this was fun. This show was a lot of fun. I didn't expect it to be as fun and engaging as it was. You know, maybe there was a couple things that weren't fantastic in the show, and hopefully they'll improve the show moving forward. But I really enjoyed it right from the start, right to the finish. And yeah, they had the casting up there for season 2, so I assume that means that we will be getting a season 2 in the future. All right, this was a 2-night finale, so we'll run through night 1, then night 2, and then just talk about everything, I guess. Night 1, we have this challenge where it's, hey, you have 4 categories and you have to place the correct answer for each of the other 3 remaining people. I think it was nickname, career, significant love interest, and a TV show they'd appeared on. And once again, we saw like Logan getting the softest clues of all time. Like nothing from Logan's list gave anything away. Like I think the nickname was Rock and Roll Cowboy. Unless you're deep into country music, which clearly nobody is, that doesn't help. I think the profession was country singer. That doesn't help. Love interest was Brittany Kerr. I don't even know who that is. I'd have to go on Google to find out who that even is. Maybe some of you out there know who that is, but I sure don't. And then lastly, the TV show was American Idol. And if anything, that steered people in the wrong direction, you know, making things slightly line up for Luke Bryan. Like, yeah, I could buy Luke Bryan as the rock and roll cowboy. I'd believe that Luke Bryan sang the Dirt Road anthem or whatever the heck that was, and all the other clues. Like, yeah, that seems pretty viable. And meanwhile, you know, we have Pepper. The nickname is Dino, like Dean Martin. Pretty much the same word. For Lark, the nickname is Cynthia, and everything else basically ruled out the other guesses of Martha Stewart. Well, really, the Sandra Bullock one was gone by now. It was just Pepper hung up on Martha Stewart. Like everything else, you know, at least points in the direction of Cindy Crawford. LC's didn't really help because a lot of people were just really hung up on Lawrence Fishburne and couldn't move on from that. A lot of the clues seemed to match up with that, and LC was kind of playing into that as well. So, you know, like really, Lark and Pepper, they kind of get sold out in this challenge. Meanwhile, Logan and LC are in just as good position as before the challenge started. So in the end, LC wins, but no clue to be given out since hers is the only clue left. Pepper was immediately lying to Logan about the clues, but we later learned Pepper wasn't lying. She just genuinely thought that her wrong answer was correct and was going on about Martha Stewart dating Drake. Like what? That doesn't even make a little bit of sense. Like I'm not believing it, even if I know it's 100% fact. Like I'm not buying that, and I don't know why Pepper was trying to sell them on Martha Stewart when like everything else was just directly pointing at like Cindy Crawford, and even the supermodel thing. Like we've had that for like almost the entire season, like runway queen, supermodel, things along those lines, and still Pepper is hung up on Martha Stewart. So Elsie, she gets to decide who the guesser, or no, pardon me, everybody got a vote on who the guesser was going to be, and everyone voted for Pepper. I just jumping a little bit ahead there on the LC stuff. And Pepper decides that she is going to guess Lark, but doesn't go with her Martha Stewart guess. She gets swayed last minute to guess Cindy Crawford, and Lark gets knocked out. So then we move on to tonight's episode, part 2 of the finale. Our big challenge is a game of truth or dare. And overall, I thought that this challenge went a little bit too far. You know, the whole dare stuff didn't really feel in line with everything else that we've seen on this show. I mean, yeah, it made sense for the challenge, but like even when like Logan eating the scorpion, like he chews on that thing for a minute, and because he didn't have anything to drink to help swallow it, he loses and basically has to give up his celebrity as a result. You know, all of the answers felt way too much like we're pretty much giving out exactly who Pepper was related to, you know, giving out proper full names. LC, you know, giving up not only that her celebrity was female, but also giving up Lauren Palmer when it seemed like she would have just been able to get away with saying Lauren. And then she just says Lauren Palmer. You know, you could see the contestants who came back when LC was given her answers. They were all freaking out because they knew exactly who LC was related to based off those answers. And then like I mentioned, Logan, him failing to eat the scorpion basically costs him $100,000 because the final clue is Logan's celebrity's birth name, which was Jason Williams, and the name Jason Aldean had already been mentioned. And I think if not for that final clue, that we would have saw LC guess the wrong celebrity at the final guessing. But LC once again wins. You know, we had that run with Simone, but LC, she has just like closed out this season. I feel like she's won like 4 things in a row and absolutely crushing it. So she wins, and she gets to decide who's going to be the guesser between Pepper and Logan, and they have to guess the other person. And then she gets to decide whether she wants to be the guesser or whoever's left to guess her celebrity. So she's in total control and looking pretty good heading into the final guessing. We did get to see a twist I wasn't expecting, and that was all the former contestants went back into the mansion with the final 3 and were allowed to just openly talk with the final 3. We saw a conversation between LC and Brittany, where Brittany tried to throw LC off of Logan's celebrity. You know, she ends up trying to sell Luke Bryan, which probably almost worked. If there hadn't been the Jason name clue, we probably would have saw LC guess Luke Bryan in the finale. And we also saw Logan go off with Michael, and Michael gave Logan some information which we didn't get to hear, but I would have been surprised if the name Keke Palmer hadn't reached Logan's ears by the time that final guess went down. So LC, she picks between Pepper and Logan as the second last guesser, and I thought for sure she was going to pick Pepper. I thought 100% she was going to put Pepper up there, have Pepper take that shot at Logan just in case that the guess was wrong, just a little bit more insurance for LC. But she goes ahead and picks Logan, and Logan guesses Dean Martin as Pepper's relative, and Pepper ends up in third place. And then LC steps up beside Logan and decides that she's going to be the guesser and guesses that Logan is related to Jason Aldean, and LC wins. Pretty wild ending, just that Logan made it all the way to that final clue and gets defeated by the final clue. But like I said before, I would have been happy with LC or Logan winning. I do think LC played the better game and well deserving of the win, but still would have been happy with Logan as the winner as well. All right, everybody. Whew, we made it through season 1. That was a blast. I really enjoyed covering this. Can't wait for season 2. After this, I might consider doing an episode of The Masked Singer, just kind of the same style of show. I know Masked Singer starts pretty soon. A lot of fun doing this and going through all the guesses and everything. So maybe we'll look at doing The Masked Singer as well. But let's wrap things up because at this point, ain't nobody watching. I'm out.